Hello my students and scientists, and welcome to a review of a figure I don't really have a love-hate relationship with. Today we're going to be taking a look at Transformers Energon Ironhide. Now, for those of you who do not know what Energon was, back in about 2005, the years 2004 to 2005, the current Transformer trend was the Unicron trilogy. We just finished Armada, and now we were working on to the less than stellar Transformers Energon. And that's just because at the time they were transferring from cell-drawn artistical styles to CGI 3D models. And it wasn't working well. And of course when you have characters not really enjoyable, not really lifelike, and then you got Kicker, that was doomed to fail. And to this day, Transformers Energon is regarded as one of the worst Transformer shows anyway. But the toys were hit or miss, and Ironhide here is a hit. As you can see here, he is a very chunky early 2000s plastic, as you can see, with this very lovely tan, dark tan blue plastic with red. With red. Articulation-wise, his head can rotate to a full 360 because it's connected to this thing. If you put batteries in here, because batteries go in this part here, you'd be able to make some noises, because you can clearly see the speaker in there. Arms can go forward this far due to the flaps here, and back this far. They can go out that far. Get a ball jointed elbow, and nothing at the wrist. Nothing at the waist due to the transformation. They can go forward this far, and they can go back this far, and they can come out. Oh, and due to transformation, you can spin just below the knee. So yes, Ironhide here is a bit chunky, and he is shorter than the knockoff Superion that sits in my background. So let's transform him. How does one transform Ironhide? Well, I can show you. Bring my camera down a bit. First of all, you want to staple the knees together, the legs together. Bring up this part, because it will form the front bumper, and bring down the front, and there you go. You have that. Fold the arms back, rotate them around, because you'll need to lock them into place like so. Bring down the flaps, bring up the torso, push everything together, and there you go. You've got him in his very interesting truck mode, and it is very, very interesting, isn't it? It's very squat. Very, very tight-knit, and it rolls quite well. And of course you still get a little bit of hit action. Now this dude does come with missiles, but for the review I'm not going to attach them. But one other thing the Energon line could do is if you had more than one figure, or two of the same figures, please let me bring in my fabulous thing, the lower half of another Ironhide. This one I got as parts, so he's currently in his leg formation. We can now transform this Ironhide into his arm transformation, his torso. So you need to basically come down and split everything like so. Fold up the arms, these panels here, but leave the arms alone. You're basically going to split everything while popping up the head, because you need to pop everything around and rotate it on this little joint here. Fold it back down, and there you go. You've created your torso. We're not done yet. Well, no, actually we are done, because there's his hands, and get that all nice and squozen. Bring in the legs, and now Ironhide can become Giga Ironhide. And as you can see, it's just tall. It's just Ironhide, but he had a growth spurt. Yep. And depending on which Energon character you have, I do have a Jetfire, but at the moment he's currently awaiting a replacement part. I'm going to buy it. And one of his tail fins fell off and decided to vanish on me. But articulation-wise, his arms, because they are legs, have this joint up here. They have the knee joint is the elbow joint. Still nothing at the waist. Legs can go forward that far, back that far, and they can go out that far. and a very interesting knee. But yeah, so that is Transformers Energon Ironhide. I've got to say, out of all of the Energon sets I got, because I got them through, I got the fixed one through Pretty Slick Parts and Sets. He was selling his Transformer, some of his early Transformers, including the Omega Supreme I reviewed, Cybertron, Megatron, Armada, Tidal Wave, and whatnot. So that has been Energon Ironhide. Would I recommend him? If you can find him for cheap enough, I definitely would get him. The cons with this figure, unfortunately, he is very, very large and chunky due to the way that the front end of the car is. And just due to the fact that he's awkward proportionalized, he really does throw him off, but if you're collecting the early 2000s Transformers, he really does show off that era of, chunk. He is chunk. Like, yeah. So that has been Energon Ironhide. This is Duncan saying G1 Superior, and I'll catch you next time. Bye!